Do you want to travel? You think that because you have some physical challenges and you're getting older that maybe your travel days are over? You can still travel. You just got to travel smarter. Hi, my name's Denise and welcome to Travels in My Chair. I just want to be able to share some tips with you, and I'm hoping that you can share some of your travel experiences with me. And I think if we can learn from one another, every little thing can be only a benefit, really can. So in this video, I'm just going to briefly talk about the different ways that Alan and I have traveled. And in future videos, I will go into them in more detail and let you know of different equipment that you can rent to help you travel, different things that you can do. But this is just kind of a little bit of background and, just to get an introduction. The first major trip that Alan and I took was a canal boat or narrowboat trip to England. I'm English by birth, and I had this ache to go back to my mother country, and it just seemed like it was there for us, and all we had to do was just take advantage of the opportunity that we had. And we ended up taking 2 canal boat trips. The second one we went with our daughter, and it was an amazing adventure. We were a month on that boat. It was, I think, 68 feet long. We went into London, we went on the Thames. It was quite the adventure, and I will talk about that in greater detail as time goes on. Then we discovered home exchanges. Home exchanges for us opened up a world that we didn't even know existed. Down the road, of course, I will explain to you in greater detail how we went about it and the fun that we had, the places we went to so many countries, and everything was, for me, it was a miracle that we were able to accomplish such a thing. Me being in the wheelchair, with help of family, of course. We also, at one point, rented a motorhome, and I will, again, in another video, I will go into the different websites and so forth. There's opportunities there, so if you're considering purchasing a motorhome, you may want to consider maybe renting one first, just to see if that's a way that you want to travel. Then we had the opportunity to take a Panama Canal cruise. That was the way to go. I can't tell you how much we enjoyed that time on the boat. It was a Holland America line, and it was an incredible trip. As time went on, and our daughter had moved to northern BC, and we were having trouble getting to her, be able to see the grandchildren and so forth, we started looking at motorhomes, although we didn't really know what we wanted. And literally by accident, after 3 years of searching, we found a 2002 leisure travel van on a Dodge chassis. I'd like to tell you that it's been all wonderful and fairy dust, but it hasn't. It's come with its problems, lots of problems. But we've enjoyed that van so much. It's opened up a whole world of travel to us that we didn't even know existed. And we started discovering our country. You know, we'd done the long trips to Europe, but now we could maybe discover a little bit of BC and Alberta and so forth. I'm always looking at different ways of traveling. You know, you could take a Hawaiian cruise and get on the boat in Vancouver and get off the boat in Vancouver. You could take a Panama Canal cruise where you get on in Fort Lauderdale and it comes as a repositioning cruise and you get off in Vancouver. Alaska cruise, round trip from Vancouver, if you don't like to fly. There's also train travel, and all these things we'll talk about in future videos. I'd also like to touch on the purchase of a vehicle. I sold cars for 18 years, so there's things I'd like to share with you from both sides of the fence, you know. But for now, I would just like to say thank you for sticking with me on my very first YouTube video, and my next major challenge is going to be the editing program. My grandson would go, "Oh, Grandma." I can just see him now, just shaking his head. Thumbnails? Titles? Really? I have to tell you, it's totally out of my wheelhouse, as is talking into a camera. It is the weirdest feeling that you've ever had. But hey, I did it, I hope. Please think about subscribing. Join me again next time. Thank you very much for joining me this time. Bye-bye for now.